Okay, so my prediction. So I think Allan's predictions were dead on.
Wait,
My prediction is that
I'm going to repeat myself. It stopped recording, as in I just clicked through it, and it's not actually like the opening or anything. It's like before everything. So I didn't even have my sync or anything. So we got to restart entirely.
okay.
Jeff is just like, no.
Welcome to the Black Mind Fuck Up Cast, where we can't even start a podcast properly.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but now I am. God damn it, Allan. God damn it.
So wait, are we recording right now or what?
Yes, we're recording.
Okay.
Don't give us a heart attack.
I am going.
Well, I'm good to go. I was wondering if Allan had gotten over his repeated failures.
Recording now. It's going.
Okay, good. But I can bring the A+ comedy that the listeners love.
All right.
Yep.
Welcome to the Black Mind Podcast number
Black Mind Podcast
30, whatever the fuck number is. It's Christmas special. Christmas special.
Merry Christmas.
Well, I'm joined here today by Rory and our illustrious host, Jeff. We had a bit of a derp. I made my predictions beforehand, and then realized we weren't recording.
We
Yes, we.
We made a bit of a derp. The royal we.
Royal.
The royal we.
Keyword there is Allan made the derp.
Hey. I never said the podcast made a derp. I said we. As in myself. As in royal we. You are both.
The royal we. Exactly.
We screwed up. You guys are fine.
You screwed up.
That's what.
Oh my God! Just fuck already. Can we get on with the podcast?
No, we can't, apparently.
Sure.
All right.
I'm totally not upset at Allan in any way, shape, or form. I'm not going to.
So when you say predictions for the coming year,
movies,
I mean predict.
Like, what do you think? Like, which movies do you think are good?
Like anything that you think is going to happen in the next year.
I think that yes, North Korea is going to fucking push the button and kick off that fucking powder box that is the Asian coastline.
But here's the thing: it's like if they even do that, it wouldn't be that. Like, our missile defense technology is good enough to where it will slam into a nuclear missile.
I'm saying push the button as in, no, that's going to kick the powder keg off, where, like, the missile might actually hit Japan, or they might hit South Korea because, surprise, surprise, it might actually happen. And if that happens, I'm going to go, well, surprise, World War III's here. And then it's going to be
It wouldn't be World War III.
I strongly doubt it.
Yeah, same here. I don't know. My prediction is probably... I have a more happy-filled prediction of, like, I'm going to get a Note 8. Life's going to be good. Polygon's going to become suddenly really decent reporting.
No. The best thing that can happen to Polygon is it just dies the horrible death it deserves.
Gawker.
And then implodes. Kotaku's all of their writers are going to be fired, and the gender studies fiasco is just going to end, and it's going to be great.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Being like positive right now, which is weird and like gross, so I feel the need to bring you down. Fortunately, I'm very good at doing that. No, this sort of shit is never going to go away. People are always going to try to put themselves above people and make themselves feel special. Nothing is ever going to get better. It's only going to get worse. More passive aggressive.
See, the sad part is that I'm already I'm trying not to be so bitter because I've already felt that this year. and like some people. I had a lady. I work retail, so like my sad, pathetic life that is retail. Basically was met with like basically a customer sitting there being like, "Do you want the extended warranty?" And the customer goes like, "I'll go somewhere else." And I was like, "Okay." I just asked a question.
Wait, they just left it like, okay, so you made the sale, you offered them the extended warranty, and they just fucking left?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I was like, what a fucking asshole.
I mean, oh man. Okay, so yeah, like, why? Like, you could just say no.
Exactly.
Just look me in the eye and just say no, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's all you need to say.
Like, I don't understand, but like that's fucking retail life, man. Like, this is why, and I might have said this on this podcast before because I say it reasonably often, but like if I ever end up ruling the world, everyone's gonna have at least like 3 months mandatory retail service so that they fucking know that it sucks and not to mistreat people in retail positions. Because it's awful.
It's actually funny because you're just like 3 months mandatory retail service. Mine's like 2 years mandatory military service. Go.
All right. Well, okay. So, but Allan's a fascist dictator.
No. Here's the thing. It isn't fascist if it's mandatory universally. It isn't that. Because you actually like, if you actually like talk with liberals and say, well, what if everybody serves time in the military? Let's say 1 to 2 years. Let's say 1 to 2 years.
I can't. Okay. Hold on.
Yes.
Allan. No, Allan.
What?
Allan. I was making a joke, and I fucking hate that I can't just casually drop the word fascist anymore without people getting up in arms over fascism.
I'm not gonna disagree. Here's the thing, Roy. I made this suggestion to someone, and holy fuck, like the person, like last person who said that to me after I made that suggestion was just like, he should get kicked out of the store. I'm like, what? So I'm really defensive about it right now because like. This happened only like 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of like,
yeah, I got you, man.
Oh man, that's the funny thing is like my idea is like if I ruled the world, I would just sit there and be like, yeah, it's a fascist dictatorship and drink my coffee, but yeah, basically I'm a king and basically you guys get a vote electoral representatives, but basically I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
So you become a monarch, in other words.
Basically, I would be a monarch, and basically, I would just decree like 3 things.
Please just be the king from Hamilton, like the entire time.
Oh, no.
I would just
thinking about how fucking great you are.
I think what Jeff would be for a king or a leader, his first decree would be Berserk gets finished, and he looks at the writer, he's like, if not.
Kentaro Miyahiro must finish Berserk. No, that's what I do. That's me.
No, I would be even better because I would just sit there and just be like, I would look at George R.R. Martin and say, right, you know those books that you really like to not write? Yeah, you get locked into a room for 6 months. Get them done. And then my second.
Well, then he just kills off all your favorite characters out of spite.
I would be okay with that.
I'd be okay with that too. I'd be like, yeah, no, I saw that coming. He's like, you did? Like, dude, I'm a dictator. I'm making you write books. If you don't kill off my favorite characters, I'm not gonna be all that surprised.
I would just clap my hands and be like, yes.
Finally, new books.
Sorry.
No. Here's what happens. Take over the world. Ban all Idolmaster games cannot come out. All Lolly games are banned until Berserk's done.
No. Idolmaster games are banned until Berserk is finished. Then we can have our go lucky happiness that is Idolmasters to make up for all the suffering that is Berserk. Watch him be like here. Watch him make you hear him make you that decree, and then like here's the last issue of the manga. But this is the most recent one. It's like, yes.
All right, it ends. Guts dies.
Guts dies. The world ends. And you're like, oh. And then you just
Guts dies. Griffith wins. No, I'd be so angry.
You'd be like, but you'd have to agree to your demands. You'd be like, well, shit. Idle games and lolly games are now legal again.
No. Yeah, but like it's a trap. Anyone who buys one gets executed.
That's a good execution strategy.
Stefan's dead within like 30 seconds.
Is he really though?
You do realize you'd have an uprising in all. You do realize you'd have an uprising in all of Japan and China, right?
Oh boy, a bunch of incel weebs are coming after me because I outlawed their fucking waifus.
Yeah?
Fucking come at me. I'll swirly each one of you to death. Get ready to be bullied, motherfucker.
But yeah.
You would totally do that.
Okay.
I'm huge, dude. What are they gonna do? Come at me with their replica katanas? Glorious Nippon steel folded over 1,000 times.
I mean, if you could fold steel that many times, that'd be fucking wicked. But you can't. By the way,
I'm a world dictator. I can probably get it done.
By the way, here's a funny thing about fucking folding steel. Folding steel doesn't make it stronger, motherfuckers. You don't understand that. It actually makes it weaker. Oh.
Okay.
You have to get rid of the impurities. That's it.
That's okay.
Sorry,
okay.
I had to rage about that for a moment.
I mean, okay. I don't care.
No. Let's get back on topic. Rory, what's your predictions for next year?
Yeah, like okay. Well, aside from everything, I don't know. I'd kind of like to see people just stop giving a fuck about like all this sort of politically correct outrage culture, because I'm sort of reached the point where I've stopped giving a fuck, and I feel like a lot of the biggest names in like this sort of shit. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention, but like people like Anita Sarkeesian seem to have gotten the way of the dodo in terms of popularity.
She's still around.
Have they not?
Still around.
Okay.
So is Brianna Wu. So is.
Well, okay, see, but I have no idea who that person is, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm just paying less attention, but if everyone just could pay less attention, then I feel the world would be a better place.
How Brianna Wu is still around. Brianna, we should nuke the moon. Wu. She's running for office down in the States.
Why? Okay.
It's actually like surprisingly frustrating because I'm like, why?
Okay, well, running for office doesn't mean has gotten into office.
Yeah, but she's gonna play the fucking trans card
You know what?
Yeah, but here's I get the feeling that despite the fact that a lot of people are up in arms about like sort of identity politics and PC culture and all that stuff, a lot of people just don't give a fuck at all.
You know, yeah,
including to a greater extent me. I just don't care. So if you're gonna play that card, it's gonna do nothing for you.
Yeah.
You're kind of right by that, because like the only problem with that is that sentiment that has led down this path we're already down there. We're not going to get out of it all of a sudden, stuff like that. It's going to take years to repair the damage that has been caused by this. And I think that's the big
thing we
thing
need to do up here in Canada is get rid of our fucking prime minister. That's
I mean, okay, real talk for like 20 seconds. Did you hear the news?
What?
So Justin Trudeau accepted a bribe from a longtime friend.
What?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Boy.
Oh
boy.
Allan's gonna have a wet dream tonight. Picturing Justin Trudeau eliminated from office. Excellent.
It's not going to happen, man.
That's not going to happen. Do you not understand how rare like fucking impeachment is?
Yeah, I know. But
in Canada, we just
elect a new prime minister.
Pretty much. Like, I think
Man. Go ahead.
I think that the thing is that, like, yes, you're 100% correct when you say that you hope PC culture doesn't exist anymore. But I also think that, like, part of the problem is that, like, to get rid of PC culture, you would basically be eliminating so many people's identities and stuff like that. And that's just not going to happen over a course of a year.
No, it's not that I want, like, okay, it's not that I want political correctness to well, I mean, okay, so it is specifically political correctness that I do want to go out the window. I feel that the only, like, truly accepting society is one where anyone can make a joke and everyone laughs. Yeah. Whereas, like, what the sort of outrage culture that I don't like is are the people who saying, you know, you can't say that, someone might find it offensive.
You
and that sort of thing. Like, yeah,
exactly. How I got mad about being called a fascist, but I have a fucking legit. Oh.
I think that that's the problem here. Is like when it comes
down to it, a lot of this is propagated by people who just sort of want to feel good about themselves, and their method of doing that is by saying like, "Oh, I'm helping out this oppressed people," whether they ask for that help or not.
Whether it's legit oppression,
and like just. I feel like it just stems from the fact that we have like a fucking really depressingly oppressive
don't.
society on our own, and it's only getting worse as like more people come into it. Like, so people try to express their individuality any way they can, and sometimes that comes down to just putting down other, like, just like saying other people can't say things because they want to be, I don't know, a hero or some shit.
Yeah, and I think
I'm expressing this really badly, but you can understand what I'm saying, right?
I can, and like I think the major issue is that you're having people who shouldn't be saying things, and they're just saying something because it's a lot easier for them to get rid of it, and they don't understand.
It's a lot easier to invent something for you to fight against than actively act to work to solve a problem.
Exactly.
You know, the Middle East.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that is the current problem in the world. Solve that problem before we decide to deal with any minor things here at home. Solve the big problems first, then deal with the little ones.
But like even to that extent, like the Middle East is not the biggest issue on the planet Earth.
How do we fucking end up talking about the Middle East? God damn it.
And yeah, now we're going to
talk about politics.
No, we'll get away from it.
Yeah. Anyways, you know, like I honestly don't think that. Yeah, I think you're right. I honestly, all I hope for right now is I hope that the world is still standing after 2018 and not in a.
Okay. So here's the thing. Like, people assume that's like all this sort of like bitching on the internet is ever eventually going to come to a head. No, it's not. It's just going to be an endless parade of passive aggression that makes people want to fucking just off themselves to end it all. Oh, God, it's the worst. And it's never like gonna come to a confrontation or like an explosive finale or anything. It's just gonna stay the same like obnoxious level of terrible forever.
Mm-hmm. Oh no,
it's the worst.
Oh no, you're 100% correct.
It is the worst.
All right, we need a less fucking topic that makes fucking depresses me less.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Let's talk about Star Wars.
We could talk about Marvel.
No!
What about Marvel?
Marvel's 3 of Marvel's books are getting canceled, and they're finally writing their wrongs of the past, and everyone's excited.
Oh, like
They're
the
getting
comics?
rid of, Hijab Girl.
They're
Canceling her.
They're canceling America.
America Chavez? Okay, yeah, that's not surprising.
And they're canceling. I'm going to look at the thread and stuff like that, but basically they're canceling a bunch of comics. So
well, yeah, but Marvel's cancels comics whenever they underperform all the time.
Hold on.
Are they okay? Like, okay, so we should not judge like because okay. So Marvel comics have been less than stellar the past little while because of multiple reasons, including but not limited to pushing an agenda more than telling a story, as well as a lot of event fatigue.
Feminist agenda,
and like
that
a bunch of
cover explains it all.
Yeah. Like that's sort of thing. They're writing to they are in fact writing to push an agenda as opposed to writing to tell an interesting story, or like including political ideals in your in like media is perfectly fine. Like that's what like fucking Star Trek was built on.
Communist utopia.
Typically, it's less about like when it's done well. When it's done well, it's about like maybe you should think about this, as opposed to how dare you have thoughts other than my opinion. Finger wags intensifies.
Yeah. So this is a good thing, I think, because it's. I'm not going to just sit there and say that like it sucks for somebody who loses their job and stuff like that, but I'm not going to sit there and say that this is the worst case scenario. I am going to sit there and say that it took them long enough in order to finally do this, and it's very exciting to see them finally do this.
Well, I'm pretty okay. So the reason it comes, the reason that shit gets canceled, or this shit gets canceled, is the same reason shit gets canceled anytime, because it's underperforming.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Like Marvel is at the end of the day, Marvel Comics is at the end of the day a business that needs money in order to keep functioning as a business.
They're wonderful.
And And it turns out customers really aren't interested in being lectured, especially on stuff that they're not entirely into, like at all, right? So having like, okay, I need to organize my thoughts. I'm fucking all over the place right now.
You all over the place? That's nothing new.
So like the fact that there's these like underperforming comics have kind of gone the way of the dodo is like, yeah, of course that was going to happen.
It was going to happen eventually.
Marvel hasn't been making
later.
comics that are going to turn a business because they've been pushing stuff that people don't want to see. They need new comics that do well, not new comics that spread whatever message they think that people need to hear.
Yeah. I think that that's an important thing. I also think that it's very interesting that Polygon's doing something very similar, and as it looks like right now, by giving PUBG a 10 out of 10. Because that game is a festering hellhole.
Really? They give PUBG a 10 out of 10 currently. What the fuck?
Really?
PUBG has a 10 out of 10, and that's very surprising to me, considering that when you get into the game, you will hear the N-word said at least once. At least once. And the community is very toxic, very less than inviting.
I wouldn't give PUBG a 10 out of 10.
I would not give it a 10 out of 10 either. I think it's better than Fortnite, but you know what? Like,
currently getting a lot of players get transferred over into it.
I honestly,
I actually like Fortnite.
I think that the difference between the two of them is like Fortnite.
By the way,
feels a lot more.
Just so everyone knows, PUBG is now officially released as of today.
Yeah, I think the difference between the two of them is that PUBG is more of a pure experience, whereas Fortnite has, and this is coming from somebody who just played one or two matches of PUBG, Fortnite last night. It feels as if that the building mechanics add something to it, but it's not a pure battle royale experience.
I disagree. I feel like the Fortnite is if anything the better of the two games. Not only because, okay, so PUBG is very reminiscent of DayZ, which is fine because DayZ's kind of like, was like sort of the first of that genre. Yeah. But DayZ was like a mod from Arma, and like I thus carried a lot of shit over from Arma. And I feel like the battle royale genre can do a lot of without a lot of the baggage that like comes with the original engine.
But like, here's my opinion: is like, this is my opinion in saying that is that I think that you're 100% correct.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'd like to offer a dissenting opinion because I actually quite like Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, no,
quite a bit more than PUBG.
Well, it's like vanilla ice cream and chocolate ice cream. They're two different flavors, and you can have your.
I have no comment.
Yeah, and it's like whatever your opinion is fine and stuff like that. Although I do gotta say it's very disappointing to see how bad it runs on Xbox, because I think that that game runs terribly. If you're an Xbox player, you should play Fortnite instead.
Well, I mean, if you're an Xbox player, maybe you should stop being a dirty console pleb.
Oh yes, totally. Anyways.
Like the reason I feel like the building mechanic in Fortnite is very core to that game, and does actually add a lot, because like typically the most efficient structures in that game are just sort of
ramps,
like small little forts that you can build up. But when you do that, you do leave yourself open to being snuck up upon, and like there's a lot of explosive weapons in that game which just tear through like various fortresses.
Yeah,
like it makes for a more dynamic gameplay, and I feel like it adds a lot to that genre.
Yeah,
I don't think most battle royale games.
Good bases. I'm gonna blow them up now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think most battle royale games are going to add like fort building and stuff like that, or at least not in the way that Fortnite does it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like this is definitely a solid addition to the genre, and I think it's more so than PUBG was, simply because PUBG it's like DayZ, except.
Different.
People still work on it.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys to finish up the recording and stuff like that.
Yep.
Anyway, So that's Star Wars.
Star Wars in
We're done.
nutshell.
Yep. So, Josh, we're going to ask the same question as we asked Jeff at the start of this podcast.
Right.
What are your predictions for next year? This can be about movies. This can be about like world in general. This can be about
The porn industry.
We're gonna still keep on ticking no matter what's gonna happen.
In this world, there are two constants. There are only two things infinite in the world, in this universe: the universe and porn.
Taxes. And pornography. Lots of pornography.
If you sat down right now and watched porn for every single nanosecond you had left in your life, you would, at the end, there would still be more porn in the world that you hadn't seen than stuff than when you started. Now look me in the eyes and tell me the world isn't a beautiful place.
Frank, imagine like get into that space colony, and then there's a whole bunch of other space aliens with their space porn.
You're like, oh my god, so many new porns I can look at. Tentacle porn is now a thing. It's actually happening in the real world, and it's glorious.
But like all the weirdest shit you could possibly imagine, it's in a
So
fucking
many fetishes
made already.
So many fetishes become just get bored.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one like space like fiction universe where humanity's contribution to the the galactic stage is that they can make all the weird alien sex toys. Like humanity brings a lot of porn. Like we will make anything. Like there's the warlike race, there's the super peaceful race, there's the psychic race, and then humanity's just the one bringing all the porn.
We're the ones who solve all the galactic problems because we.
How do I get this sentient
through porn?
Like, because humanity is the ones who can figure out how to get this sentient cloud of electrons to ejaculate.
The clouds are like, we didn't even know we could do that.
Like, we figured it out.
Humanity's like, we're just that good. Like, humanity, like, when it comes to, like, everything else, humanity is pretty solid. Like, we're generally all around good purpose. And then it comes to porn, and we're just like peak proficiency.
Yeah, maximum.
We put all our stat bonuses into that.
Pornomancy. Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm not wrong.
Like, freaking, it reminds me of that stupid D&D book full of
you name it, we can make it fuck. And humanity. We're here for you.
Pretty much. But it's like in the pornmancy thing, it was like you can make a cum golem or some shit, and it's just like,
no.
How much
this
do you need?
Book. And by the way, I have indeed read it. Holy shit, dude! Like, I thought it was gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be pretty rough to like sit through and read. And then, like, but I'm like, but it'll be interesting because it'll have porn in it. Hey, let's see what we go. I got about like a third of the way through it. I just closed it. I'm like, no. I was like, no.
What book were you reading? Because like, there's all sorts of like erotic fantasy books for like tabletop games.
This was one for D&D.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like all the ones I've seen are just hilariously tongue in cheek.
Oh no, this was like straight up.
This was like weird fetish shit? Okay, yeah, I can understand.
I was like, no!
Nope.
Like, if there was an eject button in the room at that point, I would have hit it so hard. I just
your mom came into your room and says, "What are you reading, dear?" Oh. No, my baby is violating themselves.
My mom doesn't care as long as I use the sex.
When you whack it?
No, sex in general.
Well, your mom doesn't need to worry about that.
I mean, if you
that was like the most savage thing that's ever been said on this podcast. And Josh just rolled over it.
We all know there's more savage.
Yeah, there have.
It's just like, this is just like part of the course now at this point. We're just like, at least I'm not a virgin.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You can say that again.
least I'm not a virgin.
No, for fuck's sake. But yeah, they can go with that one.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
sorry, what were you
for
talking about
future,
before?
the future of like whatever, like for my future, I just hope that the stupid Switch gets cheap enough where I could be like, yeah, I could drop $200 on it, not 400.
Actually, yeah, from a perspective of technology, I'd really be interested to see how VR develops this year. Because it's still not at the point where I'm interested. It needs to bring its price point down and the application of the technology up in order for me to buy in.
Yeah.
Like, I think within the next year that'll be like a bit more like reasonable. It won't be like.
I think the price point will drop, but I think the technology needs to develop more. It needs to be able to compete with like consoles.
It's pretty much, and but the thing is though, let's say the VR gets really really good, I'd be surprised. I can see like you will make your own VR room, kind of like in the movie what's that called, you could no, the other one where you're controlling convicts in a first-person shooter.
Fuck off, that's such a dumb movie.
What was it?
I know, but I'm like, that's the VR that we're gonna be heading
Was it
to.
called like
You're not gonna
Gamer
bring
or
that one up.
something?
That one's dumb, and you're fired.
Shit.
Oh yeah, no, that
guess I'll
movie
clip my
sucks,
things.
but like it's also
Yeah,
a hilarious concept to talk about.
Yeah, because I'm like, you would probably have a big, giant-ass dome room just so you can do your dumb VR shit in.
Oh man, I
Like,
can't wait to make this
okay.
death row convict act. Oh god, how fucking awful would that be? Like, if you were controlling death row inmates in like a video game, like that is just next level terrible clickbait.
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
how would you feel if you were on death row and you die because some YouTuber decided to meme you to death?
Yeah.
Like, all right, today we're gonna go for some meme strats.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's dead.
And he's
Whoops.
dead.
Like, you can't have that many death row convicts to like I've watched that movie, and there was like immediate question of how many death row convicts do you have?
A lot.
Like, holy shit!
We went to
Yeah.
Australia.
Unless it's like a world overpopulation issue.
I approve this message. Australia, get your shit together.
Like, how are they supposed to do that? The riots are still going on at that prison colony. Oh
Perfect.
man, I love making fun of Australia.
They're always on the upside down of jokes.
Do we have any more topics, or do you like? Sorry, we've sort
we've
of been
been
like
talking about
completely
bad
just
stuff.
like memeing on all your like predictions. Do you have anything else?
Actually, one thing I could say is maybe
I was talking to Todd and to Josh, but okay, Allan, steal the limelight.
Meh.
so. Cullen, our dear friend Cullen, he's doing a Nuzlocke.
Didn't he quit that Nuzlocke or something?
No, this is a new Nuzlocke.
Okay.
Like, this is a Nuzlocke where like he asked people to like give him name a star level Pokemon to take, and then like we were sitting there and like he says, I need Pokemons for my team. Sabrina has already given me one, which is Mimikyu, and I'm like, okay. And then like we had just come through like a huge memeing thing in the other chat, and we're just fucking giggling about that. And then he gets to the serious topic, and I just fucking blurt out wishy-washy. And like the other three guys in the chat were like, yeah, no, wishy-washy. Colin's like, I'm not doing an entire team of wishy-washies.
That's because he a pussy. That sounds like coward speak to me.
And then finally we're like, Brennan made his suggestion, which was Ralt's. Fucking what's his name? Sean made his suggestion, stuff like that. Not our Sean, that group Sean. And like we're making a suggestion. I'm just like, okay, well, I could say Eevee because Eevee's like evolution of Umbreon, but I'm like, no. You know what? I'm gonna do Rory a proud one. And I say, hey, Colin, I've got your Pokemon for me. He's like, what? Gibble.
That is my go-to, yeah. But I wouldn't give Cullen that. I'd definitely go for the memes.
He specifically said after us doing all saying wishy-washy, he was like, no memes.
Well, yeah, but that's when you double down on the memes. It's Cullen.
We tried to. Somebody made the suggestion to, like, after, like, sitting down and thinking for a minute, he's like, okay, this is a bit of a meme, but Grimer. And then Colton was like, yes. Like, his team, like, we heard his Pokemon team, we're like, wow, this is, like, nothing but value. Like, we even with
Shock Horror News at 11, yeah.
We're like, after our initial meme thing, we're like, no, we're going to be a little more serious. But we're like, just fucking giggling about it. The other thing I'm actually really excited about is, wow, I'm getting sick. This upcoming year is maybe the fact that we're getting the new Avengers movie. We're getting Ready Player One. We're getting Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah, which is not directed by Guillermo del Toro, so I'm kind of like,
I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, because, like,
I mean, it's giant robots, so as long as, like, your choreography's okay, I guess I'm fine, but, like,
It's giant robots versus giant monsters versus giant monster robots. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, but you could fuck that up.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm like, you could fuck that up really easy. Kind of the reason why I'm like, But the other thing I'm actually really excited about is the fact that, what movie was it? Like, there's another movie that's coming out that I'm actually, like, really, really excited about. I'm just like, yes! I just can't remember the name of it right now.
I'm so excited that I forgot what it was called.
Hey, fuck off. You've done it a few times. You did it a few times during.
Yeah, I know, I do it all the time,
like,
but I'm a dick, and I like making fun of you, so...
This is so cool. Cool, what's the name of it? Fuck!
Right? Yeah, but
that happened to me in a fucking...
Just because I do something that's worth making fun of doesn't mean I'm not going to make fun of you for doing this exact same thing.
I'm just pointing it out to you.
All right, well, while you think of it, I actually do have a topic, even though we don't have a topic list. And that is, I finished my first playthrough of Divinity, Original Sin 2.
How many hours?
120.
Damn, good job.
Yep.
Wasn't that the allotted time that when I looked it up? That was the time I think I said.
I think you said like 80 or something, or 90. We were pretty thorough though.
Yeah, I think you guys did it. No, because remember I told you, like, just to get straight through the campaign was, I think, like 80 hours. I think to do everything else, including the campaign, was like, I think something 100.
Yeah, I don't think we got everything because a lot of the content is locked out if you don't play the Origins characters, which, by the way, I definitely want to go back and play the Origins characters because some of them are really cool. Like, there's some stuff towards the end of that game that is just, like, the Origin characters are actually super crucial to the plot, and I want to know what the fuck they think about it. But we played with custom characters the first time around, which was fine because we had
Did you guys just play nothing? Did you guys play nothing but skeletons? Because
no, I played the skeleton.
Kim's currently playing through Divinity 2 as well with a skeleton. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you be a skeleton? My skeleton was named Strontium Calciumson, and he was very strong.
Okay, so main story is 50 hours and 34 minutes, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Main plus extras is 82 hours and 9 minutes, roughly. And completionists is roughly 110 hours and 17 minutes, with the being much more leisurely, but the last two being 194 hours for, like, main and extras, which I think is what you guys did, which is main story and, like, extras. I don't think you guys went for completion.
We didn't go for 100% completion, but we did, like, we completed every side quest we picked up. We talked to pretty much everyone.
Yeah, that means you guys pretty much did extras. So that means you guys are in between the average and the leisurely rate, which is 149 hours.
Okay. I assume there's a lot of side quests that do require the Origins characters. So
yeah, no, that's why it says main plus extras.
Yeah,
so, like,
the next time I go through that game, I'm definitely going to be playing with some of the Origins characters. But yeah, no, fantastic game. Had a lot of fun with it. Final battle we won by the skin of our teeth. I was the only one alive at the end. Well, that's mostly because, like, everyone else in the party is like a giant squishy baby. And Strontium is the strongest skeleton. I had like 20,000 health at the end of that. And, like, I beat the final boss by turning him into a chicken and then beating him with a hammer.
Get the chicken.
Turns out turning people into a chicken is like a level 1 spell and really good. Because they just don't get to do anything for 2 turns.
You became Lulu for a fucking match.
Also, it was a really good spell to have on hand because one of the things Stefan picked up immediately was Glass Cannon, which effectively gives you maximum action points every turn. But okay, so basically the way that this works is that you have 3 health bars. You have your health bar, which if you run out, you die, and you have your physical armor and your magic armor. And basically, physical or magic damage does damage to those armors before it goes through your health. And pretty much all crowd controlling effects are blocked by the respective armor types. Like you can't knock someone down unless the attack that knocks them down also breaks through all their physical armor. So basically, you have to knock someone's armor out before you can like effectively crowd control them. But the glass cannon, what glass cannon does is it gives you maximum action points every turn, but people don't have to go through your armor. So like anytime Stefan annoyed me, I just turned him into a chicken. and then he just run around doing nothing for a little while. It was a lot of fun. It also meant that like he just got it was really funny because basically almost all the fights came down to Stefan gets like if the enemies move fast, they crowd control the shit out of Stefan and they just target him with everything, and then the rest of us run around and murder all of them while Stefan doesn't get a turn.
Does he at least get XP?
Oh yeah, he did. Like, but there were he puts something initiative. So if enemies don't go first, he typically drops his like big summon, and then he would get to play that, which is like basically his damage source anyway. But it was really funny. Like when we were every time we were in a boss fight, Stefan just got crowd controlled for like 2-3 turns in a row, and like didn't get to play the video game. Oh. It was a lot of fun.
I hate when
he was very salty.
I really hate it when shit like that. It's like, hey, let me play the video game for a couple seconds. No, you're not gonna. No, just like 5 minutes and not playing it. Okay, that's
it's also really damaging because turns take a long time and there's a lot of things happening in combat.
Yeah.
So if he's done if he's out for like 2 turns, he's just like, well, I'm gonna go grab some food, guys. I'll be back in half an hour. But yeah, our party completed the game. The ending we got initially was actually I don't want to spoil anything. I'll shut up. But we had a lot of fun. It was pretty dope. There's some dope boss fights in there. You get to dick with people pretty hard if you want to be an asshole. It's a lot of fun. There's no actual morality system in that game. Like you could just be a dick, and like people will be like, "Hey, you're that guy who's a dick."
Is in all real life.
No, Strontium was a nice skeleton. I helped. I did it. He did it for the kids, man.
Oh.
He's like, I might have stolen that.
He is the best skeleton dad.
Off of one guy. I may have stolen a face off of one guy. But that
I may have stolen the face off like 3 guys separately, but they all deserved it.
Yeah.
One of them was called Niles the Flenser, so he probably deserved it, especially since he was like torturing people and stuff. Okay, so one of the items you get like in the Act 1 is a face ripper, and it definitely just steals the faces from people. I may have eaten a lot of body parts as well. Okay, well, to be fair, the game encourages it. Because if you're in so the thing about the elves in that world is that if they eat things, they gain their memories. So if you eat dead bodies, you can like learn spells and shit. It's awesome. And you get a mask that turns you into any race.
I just watched I'm watching. I got TV running in the background, and something just popped up on screen that made me remember the one thing that I'm really excited for.
What?
Deadpool.
Oh yeah, there's a new Deadpool movie.
Yeah, that's coming with Cable in it, and I'm like, hey.
Fuck yeah. Deadpool and Cable is like, that's like one of my favorite comic runs. I'm excited for that. Hell yes.
It's gonna be super neat. I know that for sure, and I just hope that I don't know, any jokes or whatever. It still keeps the stupid R rating that it has always had.
I have to assume that, like, okay, it's going to be very similar to the last movie because that did gangbusters.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like even the stupid execs who typically ruin movies are just going to be, like, because they didn't have any faith in Deadpool. Because the market research isn't there. So the fact that Deadpool did good means that hopefully,
They leave it alone.
the people who know what they're fucking doing will be left in charge. And the series can continue to do
That's the way it looks
gangbusters.
like currently right now.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, you can never predict it until the actual thing comes out, but my hopes are high. Is that a podcast? Or do we have anything else to talk about?
No, oh jeez.
This is like a 2-hour podcast. Well,
It
okay.
was supposed to be only like a 20-minute like quick recap, and then it turned into like
We talked
50
about
minutes of
Star Wars for an hour. We were going to. I'm so glad Jeff left before that happened because I would have felt so guilty if he had to sit through that.
I think he would have been okay with that. But no,
I mean, you guys were talking about Star Wars, but all I heard on my end was.
Is that supposed to be fapping?
if that's supposed to be fapping, that wasn't fapping because me and Rory had a lot of questions that were like we got a little bit angry about, a little bit sassy about, a little bit happy about, and a little bit.
That sounds like my average fapping. I don't know what you're talking about. Angry, sassy, happy.
Full on grits his teeth as he starts.
Let's
That's
see you
angry.
grit those teeth.
Come on!
Oh no. Nope, I'm not okay with this.
I don't know why you.
It's the first thing that popped into my head. Oh no.
You ruined it. No, let me see
No.
you.
Oh gosh. I'm never gonna be able to think of that line the same way again. Well, now that I guess now that my middle school to high school years have been ruined, I can't say childhood. Is that a podcast, or do we have more topics? God fucking damn it. Anime was a mistake.
It was a huge mistake.
Okay, so I actually have one thing I want to talk about before we call it a night. I watched Gundam Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Oh.
It's fucking good.
Okay.
I strongly recommend it. Holy fuck, my sides. I can't stop. It hurts. Oh.
All right.
Sides have blasted off. They're orbiting around the moon right now.
And some people say I'm not funny.
You brought a gift to this podcast, and it's a hilarious joke.
You brought it to the podcast and ruined your childhood in the process. Congratulations.
Hey, if Stefan dies, or almost dies, this will be the second person I've almost killed with comedy.
Oh, I'm not to that point. My sides are in orbit, though. Holy fuck. I want to see you grit those teeth.
He can't handle it. I think, Allan, are
Every
you
time it says a
okay?
line, it just explodes. Oh, jeez. That's the name of the episode, I guess. Secret.
See you all next year. And
Holy-
have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Star Wars Miss.
Podcast signing out for 2017. Oh, God. Oh.
I can't. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.